Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegate, distinguished member state representatives, it is an honor to address you today as the UN Climate Change High-Level Champion for COP29, a role focused on bridging the work of governments with the dynamic frontline work of non-state actors, from CEOs to NGOs, from city mayors to youth leaders, from indigenous peoples to university academics. All of these actors across every country, large and small, wealthy and in need, have a critical role to play. One thing is certain: to drive ambitious climate action at the necessary speed and scale, we need everyone involved. The Fortescue Green Pioneer vessel, the world's first operational dual-fuel ammonia vessel, is a real-world example of climate innovation and leadership, and one of my priorities is to empower this kind of green disruption, to accelerate high-impact climate solutions from all global regions. I'm sorry I can't be there in person with you to share this moment. The discussion around climate action, energy transition adaptation, as well as sustainable development in vulnerable communities and regions has reached a critical decision point in both the UNFCCC as well as International Maritime Organization. But the destination is agreed: an equitable, net zero, resilient, nature-positive world by 2050. To achieve this, we must accelerate a just and equitable transition away from fossil fuels to drive inclusive growth and transform the economy in a way that leaves no one behind. For the maritime sector, we can build from the groundswell of momentum from the real economy that is already driving zero-emission shipping. At the beginning of October this year, there will be a critical debate at the IMO Marine Environment Protection Committee as the architecture of the regulatory measures to meet the 2023 IMO GHG emission reduction strategy will likely be defined. This needs to solve the coupled problems of stimulating transition international shipping away from fossil fuels that is rapid and ensures just and equity. It will be a singularly unique opportunity to coordinate sector-wide climate action at a global scale, whilst agreeing distribution from revenues from pricing of greenhouse gas emissions to advance equity, differentiate impacts, maximize opportunities, and minimize risks to lower-income countries. For some states, that could mean how they are supported in their access to new technologies. For others, it might mean how they are not discriminated against in terms of trade competitiveness. For others, it might be about their labor force continuing to have access to employment as technologies transition there are globally. And for others, it could be their survival and their ability to manage under climate impacts that are already present and will inevitably strengthen. In my country, Azerbaijan, we are currently facing climate impacts. Our Caspian Sea level has dropped dramatically by more than a meter in just a few years. It kills off biodiversity and creates many economic challenges. And we are also a prime transport and logistics hub of Eurasia, with the port of Baku being located on the ancient Silk Road. So we need a balanced approach to the energy transition and an equitable transition. The challenge is huge, but by activating and building on the work of non-state actors, a more secure, equitable, and inclusive world is possible. As you design the IMO regulatory measures, let businesses, cities, states, and civil society be your partners in developing ambitious but pragmatic solutions. Fortescue has shown it is possible, and the technology to decarbonize this site of 2030 is here today. As we celebrate the recent achievements of the Fortescue Green Pioneer, I ask you to join fellow decision makers as we consider and evaluate the risk opportunities and state of play of IMO regulations needed to transition to a net zero, equitable and resilient maritime sector. I welcome the opportunity to collaborate with you on this journey and look forward to welcoming you to Azerbaijan for COP29, a platform where all voices will be heard. Thank you.